Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is Trey Michael again, and today we're gonna dive deep into what in the world is going on in the universe right now. I know you feel it, because I feel it. We're gonna call this segment The Great Testing. You guys, on my journey, I've experienced a lot of immense pressure and heavy tests. But I'll have to be honest to you guys today. When I say I had to put on the entire armor, I had to place the entire armor on. Right now, I feel it is one of the greatest shifts, but also one of the biggest tests that we are going to have to endure through. On this segment, I'm gonna give you a few tips that I'm having to take on my journey, just for me to be able to flow through this experience. Hey you guys, let's dive deep into this great test. Alright guys and ladies, because we're all going through it right now. Before we begin, I want to pause, do something a little different. I want you guys to hit the subscribe button below. You guys, it's time for us to stick together in this. It's time for us to be unified as one. Me and my wife, we're going to be continuing on this applied consciousness. We're going to continue to apply consciousness, and we're going to continue to further the mission. But right now, I want to give you guys a chance, an opportunity to click that subscribe button below. Hit that subscribe button. Now that you've done it, let's dive deep. You guys, before we begin this segment, let's again do another thing a little bit different. Let's take a big breath. Let's breathe in and breathe out the BS because it's been a heavy one right now. You guys, from suicides to Cupcake in Birmingham, Alabama, it's been a freaking roller coaster ride and the energies have been shifting like crazy. You guys, I wish I could tell you this was gonna be a easy breezy, but instead, it's one of those that you gotta strap your seatbelts on to. Right now, you guys, we're going through a spiritual test that's like no other. See, right now, what's happening is we're getting closer to, first of all, Hallows Eve, or the thinning of the veil. That means already on top of having a great shift, you're having a time period that the spiritual and the physical realm are at its closest point. Right now, you guys, is the time to buckle down, to root down into the ground and hold firm. Because everything that you have already experienced on your past journey is getting ready to come up like the dead rising from the grave, and it's getting ready to come into your life right now, and it's also doing the same for me. You guys, the first thing that I want to go ahead and express to you is some advice that I'm taking for myself. The first step is, it's foolish for us to try to fight against the ocean's waves. It's just not gonna happen, baby. When it tells you you're gonna sink down to the bottom, the Titanic couldn't stand. When the water comes aboard and it fills up on your ship, you're gonna sink. See, it's kind of like swimming, right? If you fight against the waves, you can't make it, and you're panicking and you end up going under. But when you lay down and relax, it seems as if you just go with the flow and float. First step towards this immense pressure and this great test that we're experiencing is, hey, don't fight it. It's coming from something that's higher than us. We cannot stop or control the events that are occurring right now, but we sure could be wise enough to say, hey, I'm not big enough to fight against you. I'm just gonna sit down and call time out on this one. And if you do, you'll float on top of the waves. And that's one step towards facing the great test. Now I want to dive a little deep into what is this great test that you're speaking about, Trey. Well, let me explain to you. It's kind of like this. Right now, it has two ways that you could perceive this. You can perceive it as, oh my God, it's terrible. Or you can say, hey, maybe the universe is giving me an opportunity to level up. What do you mean by level up? It's simple. When you start out in school, you start out with your ABCs and your 1, 2, 3s. Once you're past that portion or you pass that test, they take you on to the next level. You learn addition, you learn subtraction. Once you get real good at that, they test you on it to see if you're ready to level up to the next level. And from there, as you know, you go a multiplication, division, and from there you learn a little algebra, learn a little geometry, trigonometry, and the process goes on and on. Right now, you guys, I've noticed on my journey that everything that I thought that I have already aced seems like it's coming back up. Every single thing that I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I have aced has came back. So the first thing that I did was I paused and I did a retrospect. I said, Trey, have you strayed from your divine course? Have I strayed from my soul's mission? If the answer is yes, then that's simple. Go back and check yourself and find out where you went wrong. But if the answer is no, then I'm sure that you're going on the same path that I'm going on and the rest of the world that's experiencing this great test to see if you will choose to level up or stay at the same place. You guys, number 2, the second thing that you could do to assist you through this immense pressure and this great test is something that I'm pretty sure a lot of you haven't even thought about doing. It was simple as this, saying, hey, I am not strong enough to face this in this present time. Let me call for some help. You guys, I just made a video recently about a friend of mine that committed suicide. The reason that he perceived that he could not take it anymore was because I'm sure he tried to face it alone. You guys, it's time for the collective to come together as a whole. People have been pulling for me right now at the same time that I'm going through my immense pressure and test. And at first I was going to use the old pattern and say, no, I'm not strong enough right now to help anyone. Then I stopped and said, wait a minute. If they're calling out to me, they see something in me that I perhaps can't even see in myself right now. And they're saying, hey, I need some help. Now, if the whole purpose of being unified is to be together and to be strengthened in numbers, then it will behoove me to go and say, hey, let me go over here and rub a little good energy over here on my brothers and my sisters, and hopefully I can get a little energy rubbed back in. And when those two frictions come together, you get a little power and a little heat and a little force. And then maybe we could push through this test. You guys, what I'm saying to you is this, it's simple. If a person does not pass the grade that you're in, what happens? You fail and you start it back over again. So taking sleep pills and throwing the cover over your head to sleep it away, that's not gonna help you pass the test. This is like a kid that says, hey, I'm not gonna take the final exams. I'll show them. Yeah, you'll show them that you'll be back in that same grade the next year. I personally do not plan on going back to repeat this same process that I'm feeling right now because it does not feel good. I'm going to express my energy in motion. I'm going to let my emotions out and tell you this is a bad feeling, okay? So I'm right there with you guys. But only difference is I changed my perspective to see what's really going on. See, I know that this test will determine what my next outcome will be. If I take the time, pause, slow it down just a little bit, and realize which test is coming at me right now, and focus on the answers that I need to present to that test, then I know that I won't have to repeat this cycle again. And I know that I will get the graduation, the diploma, the hat, the birthday party, and it's gonna be an awesome time. So I'm kind of stoked. I'm excited. I have pronoia right now. Not paranoid, but pronoia. I know it's a little hard, but remember this, you guys. A diamond is nothing but coal that goes through immense pressure and heat. And if it persists through the pressure, if it maintains through that heat, well, you guys know how that ends. It turns out into a diamond. You guys, right now, you're not alone. The collective is here with you. We might be beat up and torn and tattered just a little bit, just like you. Hey, but this is the process, you guys. I wish I could tell you it was a magic pill that you could take to make this all go away, but it's not. And secondly, who wants it to go away? You know, I used to always be a person that says, oh, Father God, make it easier. But instead, I'm deciding to say, you know what? Bump that. I don't want it easier. I want to be better. And when I become better, that's me leveling up. See, you guys, problems that you once used to have in your life, like, can I make it with $10, $20 in gas? I remember that time. That was the biggest thing. Like, how can I go through life with being able to have enough gas to make it to work every week? That used to be a concern of mine. You tell me about that now, I'll laugh. You can take everything that I have, drop me off on the side of the corner and say, okay, show me that you won't be struggling for gas money. You give me 30 days, I'll have gas money, I'll have a roof over my head, I'll have a vehicle to drive. I've passed that. I've leveled up past that portion. So right now, the prayers that we asked a couple of months ago, a year ago, oh, Creator, Source, Divine Providence, guide me to the greater blessings. Well, they're here now. The test for you to level up is right here. The question is, which route will you choose? You can choose the easy way out, sleep pills, suicide. You know how that turns out, right? Or you can just say, well, I just choose not to play the game. I'll beat it then. Okay, well, let me explain it like this. It's like a gardener that has a field with soil. He says, I'll beat the game by not planting a seed. You said, Trey, you plant a good seed, you get a good harvest. Plant a bad seed, you get a bad harvest. How about I don't plant anything? Well, if you don't plant anything, then it's something surely will grow into your soil. And you know what that'll be? Weeds. See, you don't have to plant the weeds for the weeds to grow. But remember, once your soil is contaminated with weeds, it's you that have to do the plowing. So no matter how you cut this cookie, this is something that you're gonna have to face. And you need to face it head on. But I'm here to tell you guys, be happy that the great test is coming. Because a few months from now, we're all gonna sit back, those that chose. Remember, many are called, but few choose. But for those that chose to thrive on the spiritual journey, you guys will be able to reap the full benefit of passing that test, of leveling up. The things that used to haunt you, the things that used to beat you down, the things that used to tear you away, hey man, that'd be like water under a bridge, baby. And I'm sitting on the top of it. You guys, right now, it's our time to shine. When is the best time to shine? When it's dark. If I got a light and I flash that flashlight in my hands, you know, shining, and it's a big bright room, that light's not gonna be very bright. But that light has the opportunity to be extremely bright in its darkest room. Right now it's pretty dang on dark. So what you gonna do? You gonna tuck up under the cover, or you gonna pull your light out and shine? I plan on shining my light, you guys. For all the 144,000, for all the light workers, for all the star seeds, for all the rainbow children, the time is now. Let's take it. Let's march around the city of Jericho and blow the trumpet and knock the walls down. Be rejoiceful, man. I know it's tough, but that's letting us know that the battle is almost over. You guys, like we always say, you live, love, laugh, and the best time to do so is in the darkness. Let's take this fight and let's run this thing through. We are the light warriors, baby. Brush the haters off. Hey, you guys. Peace and namaste, namaste, namaste. You guys, this is the test, and it's time for us to pass it. I don't plan on repeating the same grade again, baby.